We bought this car like a year ago, and for whatever reason, we just never got the tires replaced on it. The tires were essentially bad when we first got the car. We did buy it used, because we got an amazing deal on it with the used market these days. And the tires are practically bald, but they weren't like super bad, you know what I'm saying? They were basically like, they can wait for a couple months. Well, here we are a year later, and they're getting like micro holes in them or something like that because we keep on having to put air in them. So we finally decided to just pull the trigger, and today's the day. We are getting new tires. Best place around to get anything done, Jerry and Sons. Basically towing, but they have new and used tires. They do brakes, shocks, all that stuff. So if you're ever in the Centralia, Illinois area, or you're even a local, don't sleep on them. These guys know exactly what they're doing, and I normally go to them for like everything with tires and stuff, or whoever they recommend. Just got out of Jerry and Sons with some new tires. It is crazy how much better your car drives just from something as simple as some new tires. There's some other things that we got to do too, like I got to get the oil change, which where I'm going to now, and then I got to get the brakes replaced, which we're just going to do that ourselves. And then because my dad gets a discount on that kind of stuff. But hopefully after today, the car is in great condition, which is already in good condition. I was telling them boys up there that this car, it's a 2012 Chevy Cruze Eco, so it's the 1.4 liter turbo. Ironically enough, it is a very, very reliable car. And I was worried about that because a lot of folks say that these cars are extremely unreliable, but the one that we have just happens to be like a good one or something. It's super reliable. But it has a bunch of micro problems that are just freaking annoying, but they don't hinder how the car like operates. We're just going piece by piece and fixing whatever we can when we get the chance to. And today, the car is basically getting a major uplift. New tires, check. Oil change, check. The car is pretty close to having everything fixed that needs done. And I can't wait until it's finally freaking done because, like I said earlier, a whole bunch of micro problems. Had to pull over, nothing bad happened, but there's like 46 pounds of pressure on these tires. I'm gonna go ahead and let some air out of them. I hit a couple bumps and I'm like, there seems to be a lot of I don't know how to explain it. You guys get what I'm saying. The tires felt overinflated. So we are going to check that out. In their defense, we were all talking and stuff like that. Normally, they don't allow people in there when they are working. But I've known the family and whatnot for a really long time, so we were just in there talking and catching up. Real easy to do, which is probably why they don't allow customers and stuff in there all the time. It's freaking windy. Super windy. 43. Now this one has 35. Now let's check out this one. 43 also. Now this one's at 35. It is a bright day today. The sun is going back and forth behind clouds, and as you guys can tell, super windy under wind advisories. 20-30 mile per hour winds with gusts up to 50. This one's at 44. Keep in mind I have been driving too, so I probably shouldn't be taking air out of these, but we'll see. Little fun fact for you guys, if you guys can hear me without this wind, or with this wind, this is the second time in my entire 28 years of living that I've ever gotten brand new tires on a vehicle. Normally, I either get used tires or get rid of the vehicle when it's time to get tires, because tires are really expensive. And I don't know why, but it's always hard for me to pick up tires or like spend that much money on tires. But life's a little bit different now. Old tires are now at 35, which is exactly what the manufacturer, I can never say that word right, manufacturer calls for. On to the next adventure for the day. .618 Inc. Probably my favorite place in all of Salem. The homie Justin has asked me to come up here for a little bit, so I'm gonna go see what he wants. I don't know who all is actually in here right now, so I'm not going to film going in, but depending on who all is in there and if they're okay with being on camera and stuff like that, I may or may not film in there. Let's go. Well, that was fun. Definitely was in there a lot longer than I thought I was gonna be. Got in there around like, what was it? I want to say around like 2:30. Yeah, around 2:30, 2:45. And it is now 5:15. Definitely didn't mean to take that long, but it is what it is. Was discussing some business stuff with those guys in there and some future job opportunities. Luckily, I only live like half a mile away from a tattoo shop, and now I'm already almost home. The weirdest thing just happened to me, but I'll tell you guys that here in a second. Little update on the car parts. We're gonna have to do that stuff tomorrow. It's actually crazy. Let me show you guys something real quick. Right here, that is where the lock and unlock button is, right? They're not on the sides of the doors, neither side. It's just right here, okay? Keep that in mind. Had this car for a little over a year now. Never had any issues with it. For the first time in over a year, the car locked itself. I went to go get in to leave my parents' house, which is where my brother's living right now, and the freaking doors, all the doors were locked. None of them would open. The only way that this car can lock is by pressing that one button on the center console by the radio, or with the key fob. The key fob was sitting right there by the radio screen. So it's a little weird how it somehow locked itself, but it did. And it took a little over an hour for me to finally get it unlocked, and I had to jerry rig something together and pull it in here, or push it in here through the side or the window type deal that we had to pry open. So now we have damage. Realistically, I probably should have went ahead and called the locksmith. And if this was a more expensive car, 100% would have called a locksmith. Guys, it is the next day now. We're finally about to go and get the car parts for the car for it to finally be done. It is 7:12 in the afternoon. Check out the damage last night from when the keys got stuck in the car. You see, definitely should have just low-key called the locksmith. These cars are so much easier, or let me rephrase that. These cars are a hell of a lot harder to break into than I had originally thought. Man, I'm on my way to meet up with my dad to help fix the car, and can't help but notice that I'm pretty sure I live in one of the most boring parts of the United States. Welcome to southern Illinois, where the vast majority of the state looks like this. Pretty much all it is trees, flatlands, cornfields, and farms. More so dairy farms, but some regular like beef, Angus, cow farms, or bull farms. My fault. Male cow is a bull. Blah, 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 blah. But either way it goes, it doesn't matter because this place is freaking full of it. There's like nothing. It's just flatlands and nothing to look at. But I will talk to you guys here in a minute once I get to the shop. There's my dad. There's the shop.
Or the house there. I pulled in.
Where's his scrap pile in here? Is it this? Check this out. Got the front pad and then the back pad versus brand new pad. This tire smells like when I worked at Continental. It's bringing back Vietnam flashbacks. Don't forget to properly torque your wheels. Yeah, whoever designed that is literally dumb. Like, they couldn't have just put that little brake line like an inch or two more over instead of right in front of where the wheel speed sensor is. I'm not too like car savvy, mechanic savvy. I helped replace the brake pads, and I was gonna replace the wheel speed sensor, but I had to call on Dad for that one because I have that stuff. I hate doing stuff like that. And he's definitely a lot more knowledgeable when it comes to that kind of stuff than I am. We got it figured out, and we got back from the parts store right around, I think it was 8:30 to 8:45, and it's 9:30 now, so we replaced the front brake pads, the wheel speed sensor back here, and the tensioner spring, which was kind of a pain, and then this back here is kind of a pain, but we still got done in like an hour or so. It's pretty solid timing. Yo, I'm so irritated, dude. So, as you guys know, let me fix this little Y-angle adapter thing. But, like I said, as you guys know, just worked on the car. Spent like $150 with the discount, so it would have been a lot more than that without the discount. Replaced the front brakes. Everything's good, literally perfect. Braking is fine, blah, 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 blah. Started the car to back out of the shop, and that vibrating sound is freaking still there. So it wasn't that. But then, just to add insult to injury, the ABS and traction control light, or slip light or whatever, wasn't on for the longest time, and then as I go to pull off and get down the road, it came back on. So that means it was not the wheel speed sensor, and the only other thing that it could be is the wheel bearing. Such a pain. I don't understand it. It's annoying, but I guess you guys got to see the tragic ending. I guess not everything has a happy ending. Today has just been one of them days, man. One thing after another. If you've watched all the way through, definitely appreciate you. You guys have no idea what that means. And if you haven't already and you've made it this far, that means you kind of like what you see. There's going to be more of it like this, and it's going to get better and better as the warmer weather comes in. And yeah, so go ahead and drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We are I don't know if we'll hit it yet before this vlog drops, but as of right now, the channel is sitting at 95 subscribers. That's actually pretty great. I started about a year ago, and I wasn't very active. All I was doing is posting music videos on here that I've done, but I'm going to start doing more. I'm going to have all my music video stuff in its own playlist, and then I'm going to be doing like vlogs and behind the scenes stuff and tech review and stuff like that on this channel also. So if any of them other things are something you're interested in, that's another reason to subscribe. So yeah, you guys have a good day or night or whatever it is for you whenever you're watching this, and stay safe.